Hello and welcome back to another bonus battle. I just finished up painting the Bad Batch, so figured why not use this little time I got to get them on the table, try them out. I think this will release, I don't know if this will release before or after the Bad Batch versus Mando, but whatever, I'm using a different squad. I've got Bad Batch with Maul, and then Wolf and Arfs, so really a clone list, and then Maul just kind of doing his own thing. But he does free up some force, so maybe Wrecker can do his thing. Went with Wrecker instead of Crosshair because I love him so much. And then on the other side, last bonus battle I played Vader, so we're doing a slightly different version. We're doing Asajj and Vader. I've tried it once before, or twice before maybe. I forget which variant I ran exactly. I didn't love it, but I want to try it again. So we've got Jango and B1s with Vader. I'll try to remember the B1 innate as much as I can. And then we've got Kraken and B2s with Asajj. Should be a good time. The Separatists won the roll-off. They are going first. The sides are pretty evenly balanced. I picked this because there's a bit more space over here to be secure, and the backstop, I like the truck a bit more. This whole center thing is pretty much symmetrical, so didn't factor in a lot, but they do have these boxes, which help a little bit. Then, as far as deployment, I put Jango on this side just because I think the pull is going to be more useful with these crates, rather than here where he might have to pull onto a piece of terrain and then they're going to stop and it's not going to do anything. For the counter deployment, Bad Batch, I want to keep Wrecker and Hunter away from Vader. They can be very durable, but Vader is one of the guys who can actually push through that armor and wound them. I don't want that to happen, especially Wrecker. Once he becomes wounded, his aura turns off, and it's a very good aura. So, to start off, the objective we're going to play is shut down the alarms, so it is a force refresh. Something tells me neither squad is really going to be hurting for force. So, the first activation is the Separatists, and they get Kraken. Now, with Kraken, will they be able to... You can probably advance and then take cover and take that spot. And then maybe we can even... Yeah, we should be able to go and take that other objective as well. So, to start off, we will dash these B1s and stay just within 4... knocking everything here. Of Kraken for Tactical Network. This guy will come up to here. And then we will spend one force, Tactical Network, this B1 up the ladder. And we'll go a little aggressively just to make it a little harder to... do we want to defend against shoves or defend against Maul pull? Let's defend against shoves. Though even then, yeah, they'll probably not survive it. Yeah, we'll go there. And then Kraken himself is going to take a good old-fashioned advance. I think it's advance, then take cover is the play here. The B1s, of course, will grab a hunker from the Tactical Network because... Oh, or will they? They have the range. They're going to... screw the hunker. Let's do a 5-dice attack at the ARF. That is going to be 3 hits and a crit. The ARF are blocking 2. So 2 down the tree, actually, for the B1s. They're going to get a damage and then damage reposition. So that's actually really nice to get the ARFs hurt a bit more, but we're also going to move the B1s up to here, kind of body block this ladder in case they want to use it, but more importantly, we won't really body block the ladder. We're just going to go here so that it's hard for us to be shoved away by the Republic. Good thing I remembered that, because that is very nice. But someone's going to get a hunker. It's going to be Kraken. Boom. He is in range. So the Separatists will start by controlling 4 objectives, which is not a bad way to go in Sabotage, and then just 2 for the Republic. That means it's time for the Republic to activate, and they get Maul, who he can move up, And then maybe if he can sit somewhere in there, it'll be tough if Django comes to pull him. That seems fine. So Maul is going to take a damage, and I'll just give him 3 damage because we know what's going to come next. Boom, boom, boom. He will advance. Over to there. Then he's going to advance again. One of those move action, one of those force speed. Put him there just in case we don't get the reposition. We will try to stay at range 2 of this objective. And then we will pull the B2s, or the B1s I should say. Oops. This way. Of course, perfectly good job for me putting it off camera as I do that. We'll go a little bit more like that. So in a very hard spot for you to see, but there it is. So 3 damage on Maul, an exposed B1. Oh dear, their defensive expertise, so good. And then we'll stay in Dark Rage because he does get a jump 4 spots down, and I think we can do 4 spots down. So 8 dice, and the worst that happens is we stay on this level. That is 2 expertise is going to be a crit and a damage, and then we've got another crit, so 3 hits and 2 crits. 5 results. Exposed B1s, block 1, so we are going to get that 4 results down the tree. Damage, 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 damage. That's going to be 8 damage total with a strain into the B1s. And we're going to get a jump. So B1's not quite wounded, but we have hurt them quite a bit before their first activation. So Maul is going to hop up here to try to make life tough for Django. If Django is the one who wants to come and make his life difficult. They'll flip that and score 3. Then on the other side, Darth Vader. Oh boy, well, do we just move Vader up and try to whack Maul? We don't want to wound him, but we could, given where he is, get a little bit of a shove off of here and kind of get him out of the way and then score 4 points. So we'll do that. So spend 1 force for Vader's Fury. Don't need to be too precise because, boom, up the ladder. Now the shove angle will be a little bit tough, but we'll do our best to kind of get Vader out to the side here. Yeah, that is going to be range 2. So we will stay in Dark Rage, and we will take the 2 damage. Lots of people damaging themselves in this opening engagement. So 5 dice, or 5 dice, 10 dice. Ooh, that is 4 fails for Vader. The 2 expertise should be 2 crits, and then another crit. So 3 hits and 3 crits. Maul is going to roll 6. I always swap him to Sinister Cunning end of the stance, so he should be into that. He blocks 4, so just 3 crits getting through for Vader. That's not terrible, because we probably didn't want to wound Maul anyways. Then that does give us our double shove. So 4 damage plus 2 from the Vader's Fury, and we're sitting at 9 damage on Maul. Not ideal, because that will make his next activation tougher, and he's going to be worried about riposte on Vader. So, yeah, oh yeah, we got it. We got the angle. Shove. Whoop. And then another shove. And we'll follow up one of those just to be a bit more secure there and harder to shove away. Separatists flip and they will score 4. Good turn from them. The Republic gets Echo and Tech. They're certainly in a position where they could go and take it from Kraken. I don't know if I'm getting anything much better if I spend to reserve, so I'll save the Force for a Wrecker activation or something like that. Let's see if we can get into dash, or a dash can get us into range 4. They can, it is tough for them to double shove though, but I mean they can body, but ideally I'd like 2 bodies on this objective. Okay, so dash, that just gets one of them there. Can the other one get there too? Yeah, so, but then I'm going to have to move anyways. Well, what else would I do? I would take another hunker. I'm just thinking if I do get the shove, then they'll be out of range. But I could also get repositions, but then I'm not shoving, so yeah, we're going to just take the move now and make sure that we can just shoot with both of them, even if we shove Kraken away. So we're going to make sure to stay out of melee to keep our hunker. Whoop. And use our nice ability to throw an extra die because of that hunker. And it's just, better to be a bit more defensive. So at range, we're throwing 6 natively, plus 1 from the hunker for 7. First shot, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, expertise crit, and we'll use hunter to get a 5th hit. So 6 results is pretty good. Kraken, ooh, blocking 3, also pretty good. So he's going to avoid the double shove. 3 damage down to 2 for protection with a pin and a strain. And then we're going to do the whole... Oh, he should have rolled 1 extra as well because of his hunker. We'll say that was that one, and the next one he'll roll 2 extra for that terrain cover. Okay, so nothing from that. So he'll roll 5 this time. 7 dice. By 5, I mean 6. That's 2 expertise, so we'll fix to an expertise just because we feel like it, which gives us a total, again, of 5 hits and a crit after the hunter dice fixing. And once again, very good roll from Kraken. He's blocking 4, so just 2 down the tree. What a beast he is, today at least. So that's going to be 3 damage from the repeated strain, and then down to 2, again, because of protection. But he still is on the objective. However, Echo and Tech will flip it and score 1, 2, 3 for the Republic. Separatists once again. Oh yeah, and Vader should have flipped out of Dark Rage into Gem Cell. We get Asajj. I think I actually want to reserve Asajj because she can yeet Wrecker out of there. But I mean, she can go and take that objective. But we'll play the long game. We'll spend 1 force and put Asajj in reserve. That gives us the shatter point. Maybe I just go with Asajj now then. Try to get a wound on Echo and Tech, and then I can always bring her back later. So let's... Ooh boy, that's a lot of force though. That is the thing. She spends 1 to jump. Then she comes down here. Ooh, 2 more force. Is not ideal. But Django's going to need some. B1s don't really need it. She could get some heals, which would help Kraken. Screw it. Let's do it. We're playing this list to make Asajj sing, so why not lean into that? Spend 1 force, Dathomir, and Dexterity to jump. Then we will take an advance. That will leave us outside of melee. So we'll spend another force. And we only need to do... We'll come over to there. We only need to do 7 damage, which we could do if we stay in Jarkai and get 5 down the tree. And no matter who she wounds, she will get triple heal. So let's take 2 damage, stay in Jarkai, and roll 11 dice. into, we'll say, tech, and they've lost their hunker. So they're only defending with 4. 7, yeah, 11. Asajj, that's 3 fails. 4 expertise is going to give her 2 crits and a hit, so 3 more results. So we're looking at 4 crits and 3 hits. Echo and Tech are going to block 3. So just the 4 crits getting through, so they will not become wounded. I could either do 6 damage and the free force push, or I could load them up with conditions and do the free force push. I think conditions are the way to go. So, because they'll probably still die in the next shot anyways. So we'll hit them with a strain, a disarm, and an expose. And then the free force push, well, 3 damage as well. And then the free force push is going to yeet Tech far away, making sure he doesn't clip the thing. There we go. Would have been nice if we had shoved Kraken away there last turn, but that is okay, c'est la vie. 2-1 for the Separatists. 1, 2, 3, 4 points for them. The Republic, they should have spent a force last turn. Hunter! Oh, Hunter should have gotten a dash from Asajj's move, so I'll be kind and give myself the missed opportunity. And then I think that is a fine play. I mean, I move up Hunter, and then Asajj comes to finish the job, but like he can put up some hurt, honestly. So yeah, let's move Wrecker up. We want to protect our back point. Yeah, he'll still be well within 2. So Hunter tactic moves Wrecker. And then Hunter will advance. He's going to go into... Things could be very spicy here. Very, very spicy if I want them to be. He's going to go into Knife Fighter. I'm just thinking there's a way to like end this turn with Hunter going up here and snagging this objective, if we can make stuff happen. Knife Fighter, so he's spending 1 more force to do a dash, and he will attack Kraken with 5 dice. And it will come a little bit more like that, just for the angle. And obviously removing the hunker from Kraken. Whoop. Not the worst, but not the best. Double crits, double hits, and a dash from Hunter. Kraken blocks both hits, so we're not going to get the double shove on him, unfortunately. Just 3 damage down to 2, which means we are not going to go for glory. Hunter's just going to sneak back in here, and he'll sneak a little bit more like that, and toss. He tosses 7 dice at Asajj, but then she'll riposte him, which I don't love. No, why am I attacking Asajj? I'm going to finish off Kraken. I'll finish him off, hopefully. So 7 dice now, and I can dice fix here. An extra expertise doesn't help me, so I'll dice fix that to a hit. And we're looking at 2 crits, 4 hits, with a dash from expertise. Ooh, Kraken is on fire. Another 3 blocks. I said 2 crits, 4 hits, so blocking 3 of those. So 3 down the tree is going to be 4. 5 damage because Kraken's already strained. Down to 4, that will be enough for the wound. And a double shove just to add insult to injury. So shove him back. Man, that was a lot of attacks to get the wound on Kraken. Momentum for the Republic. Ooh, and Separatists should have refreshed a force on the shatter point there. The Republic will flip this objective and score 3. So the question is, do I keep pressing the advantage and go with Asajj? She can kill Echo and Tech, almost certainly. Force push Wrecker away, but he still hasn't activated. Well, she's probably would want to force push Hunter just to take the objective. And then if we take this objective, score 4, even if we just bounce back 3 the rest of the game, we're in a good spot. So yeah, we'll go with Asajj. She is just going to focus. Does she focus or does she heal? She'll almost certainly get the kill on the heal, or get the kill which will give her a heal. So yeah, she will focus and toss. Yeah, we'll do 8 dice again, because I don't think there's much going on the other side of the tree that we really need. We're not going to use Vader this time, because why put more damage on ourselves than we have to. 8 dice into Echo. 3 expertise. I believe is still just 2 in Jarkai. Yep, 2 results. So 3 crits and a hit. Can't do anything about 3 crits. They block the hit. So she will just do a buttload of damage and get the wound. And they are no longer exposed because they removed it on that attack. So that's the momentum there. A heal from Asajj. She's out of range of Kraken. Oh yeah, that was the thinking. I think I still only rolled 8 dice. So, you know what? We'll say she moved just so that I can heal the pin off of Kraken, and then when he activates, he can get rid of that strain. We'll say she moved there, because then that would have force pushed him away. But I didn't get a free force push. Maybe I should have thought of that with the Vader thing, but that's okay. We will spend 2 force, because why not? And yoink. My bad. Should have thought about the free force push. But that's okay. I think we'll still make it by with our force reserves. But man, oh man, Asajj is force hungry. Whee! There we go. Flips that objective. And we will stay in Jarkai for the crit mitigation on defense. And we will score 4. The Republic gets their own shatter point. We could bully Asajj with Hunter. I want to get more bodies up the field. Maul is in a rough spot. We could just take... Yeah, this is a tricky one. This is a tricky one indeed. If we want to get really aggressive... the problem is Asajj's slip away. Because I'm thinking if we go with Hunter, move him up, if we can get enough shoves to get Asajj out of the way, then she won't be engaged with anyone to slip away onto this back objective. So it's kind of safe for now, considering the shatter point's gone. So as long as she doesn't have slip away, we could put Hunter or Wrecker up here, and then Hunter can try to end his turn contesting that objective and give us 4 to kind of start the comeback. So I'm good with that. Let's... Ooh, and if we can be really good about this, then we can even... can we end within 3 of Wrecker? It's not going to be easy. Not if we want to have Asajj be unengaged. But he can just walk up onto that. Let's do it. Screw it. But is he currently engaged with Asajj? Oops. He was not before I bumped her. Alright, so we're going to shatter point Hunter. He will refresh a force. We will move Wrecker up to here. Getting very aggressive, because why not? And then we will spend a force to dash. Oops. And then 5 dice attack into Asajj. 2, so just a crit and 2 hits, and she is rolling 6. That's a bunch of expertise. She's going to be able to turn off the crit and no jump. So literally nothing going through, and she will, but Hunter does get a dash still, but I'm not going to use it because I need this angle for shoves. She'll riposte for 2. Well, I will use it. I'll get a little closer. I'll get over to here. And then I'll do my full 7 dice attack. Let's see. Is a dash going to get me there? Maybe, but probably not. I'm just thinking if I can afford a focus, but no, we'll just do our 7 dice attack. Worst comes to worst, we'll have 2 bodies on this objective. It would be real nice if I could be exposing right now. Oh boy, okay. 4 expertise is... Ooh, well this is good. We're getting a pin on 4 expertise, which will help stop Slipaway for a little while. And we're getting a reposition. So 5 expertise is useless to me, so it'll be dice fixed to a hit. So we got 3 hits and 2 crits with a pin and a reposition. And then 6 dice from Asajj. That is, I believe, 4 blocks on... Yeah. So Asajj will be able to turn one of the 2 crits to a hit and then block all of the hits. So just 1 getting through. It has been painful trying to push anything through on this side of the table here. But we will knock Asajj away. Nice. We're going to put the pin on her before we forget. And her 1 big damage. And a reposition from Hunter will put us onto the ladder. And is that going to put him in range of the objective? It does! Ooh. So the options are either move over here to get further from Django, and kind of further from the B1s, I guess, because they could give strains and stuff, which isn't ideal. Or the alternative is take a hunker. B2's double shove decently effectively. Hunker would be nice, but you know what? I'll open up this ladder position as well. Whoops. And I'm just going to move Hunter over to here. Flip this objective 1-0 on the correct level, and then flip this objective with Wrecker, scoring 4 for the Republic. So Separatists, I've been burning through Force like a madman, and here we go. We've got B2s. Basically, we can either attack Hunter or we can attack Wrecker with them, and we can body up one of them. It's going to cost a lot less force if we go after Hunter, and he's already gone. So, but if they don't go for that far objective, then who will is the question. Because if I leave Hunter here, Django and the B1s are not going to be able to do much with their strain. But Django could still do something. What do I have left here? I've just got B1s. Yeah, those are the only 2. Oh, we're flying. Look at us. Django is going to want that force. Yeah, I should have taken the Vader damage earlier so that I could have gotten a free force push. More likely gotten a free force push. Okay, well, I think I don't want to spend my last force on B2s, so instead we will start by attacking Hunter. 6 dice. We'll go with this guy first, but man, Hunter is good defensively. Oh well. Okay, first attack, we're getting 1 damage guaranteed and then 2 hits. Hunter is in Knife Fighter. Maybe I should have swapped. Oh well. So only 5 dice. He gets to reroll these and blocks all the hits, and he will just take the 1 damage from expertise. So that puts him at... Oh yeah, that does put him at 3. I was hoping I could get far enough down his tree to get some heals, but I'm used to running him with Vader. And without Vader, he's not getting that far down his tree. Next attack, we're looking at 2 guaranteed damage and 3 hits. And he gets to reroll those. Okay, so he will block all the hits, just take the 2 guaranteed damage, but then he heals 1 from expertise. So he'll end the turn on 4 damage. No shoves. Oh, actually, he should have taken 1 less from each of those shots because he is in protection range from Wrecker. I was remembering the Steadfast for getting protection. So that does help quite a bit. Now, next up, I've got to climb. This guy will climb up there, and this guy will hope. Yeah, there's enough space there for him. Shaboom. We will flip that objective. Man, sometimes we're feeling good, but now not so much, because that far objective is going to be very hard to take. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Let's go with Republic, obviously. Wrecker. Oh boy. Okay. I think the play here is pretty clear. So how much force do we have left? How much force are we going to be able to spend with Wrecker? We can... Wolf, let's say, wants 1, and the ARFs want 1. That leaves us with 3 force, so we could double attack with Wrecker and use his other thing and still have plenty of force. So I like that. We are going to start with using his Bulldoze Dash. Plenty of space. He will come up to here and shove away this B2. And then he will take a attack action shot. So he is in his boom stance. Yeah, I think we stay in the boom stance because we take two attempts to try to shove this B2 away. So first thing with boom, 6 dice. And we can fix that, fail to a expertise, which gives us 2 expertise, and we get a good old 7 results on 6 dice. What a beast! Love you, Wrecker. And just 2 blocks from the B2s. So that's going to be 5 down the tree. We could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 damage down to 5, and then take a chance to like maybe wound them on I wasn't sneaking. Ooh, that's a greedy play versus just take the dash now. Because the alternative is double attack and then use I wasn't sneaking. But if we do it this way, then maybe we can get an attack into Asajj as well. You know what? We're going to score 4 here. Let's be greedy. So we're going to go down the bottom of the tree. So pin, strain, and 6 damage, which goes down to 5. Pin and strain. And we will spend 1 force to do I wasn't sneaking, because this is a objective that is definitely within 3, and I do not control it. Rolling 5. Whoops. Oh, no. Just 1 damage. Unfortunate. I got too greedy. I still think we'll kill these guys, but I won't get the bonus momentum. So we'll spend again to do a ranged attack. So boom into this guy. Now watch me not even get the shove or the kill. 4 expertise and a natty crit. Okay, so 3 crits and a hit. So I think we're gonna be all right. Yeah, if they block the hit. 3 crits is going to give us double up on pin, so 4 damage down to 3. We'll get a dash and a shove from our boy Wrecker. So he's going to dash back to here, staying within 3 of our friend, and then shove this B2 off, which means Hunter can retake that objective, and Wrecker is still guarding the other objective. We get a momentum for the wound, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. Now it's 2 onto the Republic side. Very good, very good. Okay, that's the bow card because I've misplaced Django. So that is Django. he will he's got to move, and then I think my best play, either I go for the free pull, spend a force to jump, or I spend a force to pull and go for the free jump. And it's a shot versus, so on a shot, I'm essentially looking for 3 crits because I don't think I'm going to get any hits through. Versus in melee, Hunter gets an extra defensive die, but I can take Vader damage to roll. I've had good success with Vader damage Django, so let's try it. Spend 1 to pull Hunter and pin him. Oh yeah, Hunter should have also gotten a dash earlier. Ah! Because I forgot, yeah, when Vader moved, Hunter could have dashed. Then when Asajj moved, I'm not sure, I think that might have been able to get him into range to mess up return, but oh well, oh well. I always forget that trigger on Hunter, but it's very good. And it will be very good to help him remove his pin. Whoop. So we pull him there, take two damage with Django, and roll 9. The problem in melee is that Django has worse expertise. But that is not bad at all. 3 is going to be, I believe, a crit and a damage, or a hit and a damage. Okay, so we get 1 hit from all that. So we're looking at 4 hits and a crit into Hunter, who's rolling 6. And he can re-roll that one. Okay, well, he blocks all the hits, and he's going to heal 1. So just the 1 crit from Django, which is 2 damage, a 3rd damage, and then Hunter will heal it. So just 2 in that whole thing. No protection to save him. The thing should be, so even though we didn't get the jump, oh right, but these B2s are wounded. So they're not going to take it. Kraken is wounded. Yeah, Django cannot steal that objective. And we are out of force, so no jump. This is bad for the Separatists. That's probably it for the struggle, as it goes to the middle and both sides get a momentum, because the Seppies score only 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're probably not going to win this turn with the Republic, almost certainly not, but they're in a very strong position, and they can't complain about that. It is sabotage, though, so the first struggle, it's easier to come back after losing struggle 1 if you're the Separatists. Who's it going to be? It's going to be ARFs. Do we line up and go attack Vader and do all of that? Or do we go after these B1s? I mean, if we want to be really crazy, we could just spend our entire activation to like go for that back objective and score 5 objectives, get a kill on B1s. Or we can keep the B1s strained, then they'd have to take a heal. The thing is, right, if keeping the B1s to have kind of a dead activation doesn't help all that much when they have all the repositions and stuff. Like, dead activation isn't super useful here. So I think instead we're just going to go for complete glory. Let's spend a force on these ARFs and just play defensive with ARFs, they say. No. I mean, I guess I could. I guess I don't have to dive their back point completely. I could just try to body up the Vader objective. But I do have a Hunter kind of guarding this objective. Alrighty. Because, let's see here. Range 5. I can certainly advance into range 5. But then I probably can't shove to follow up. And I don't think I can get both bodies up there, not engaged with Vader. So that's fine. Here, what we'll do, we'll take this objective and kill the B1 over there. So this guy will move, hit the ladder, become engaged with Vader. Well, you know what? Well, we'll at least try. We'll put this guy not engaged with Vader. Then the other guy will also hit the ladder, come up here, and yeah, he's going to have to be engaged with Vader, so they lose their hunker, but I never gave it to them anyways, so it doesn't really matter. The guy who's not engaged with Vader is going to attack this B1 over here because he doesn't have protection. So 7 dice, and turn a fail to a hit with Hunter, so good. And we're looking at 5 hits into crit. So 6 results against the B1. Oh, what do you know? 1 block. So that's going to be a full ARF tree. We will do a pin, shove, disarm. Oh, yeah. So now the B1s are going to start next round with either a pin, disarm, strain, 2 of those 3. We damage them, we wound them. Take a momentum. And we get a shove to also kind of put them a little more out of position. You can see as well, I avoided missing B1 triggers by having them on completely opposite sides of the board. Not completely opposite, but very spread out. So that it can never trigger anyways. And then the other guy's got to punch. Do I even try punching Vader? Because then he's going to put 2 damage back into me, and then I'm going to be sad. And because they've already taken 2 damage from that initial volley from the B2s or B1s. So I will not punch Vader, and I will just flip this objective, scoring 5, and that is a struggle win for the Republic. And the next struggle layout is going to be, oh, dang it, this is just like our last one. It's the line. Don't expect a welcome party. So we can either get that or that. With these B2 or B1, why do I keep messing up the B numbers? I think this is what we want because here we can't take that away from Wolf. We can't take that away versus here. I guess we get rid of the pin and then try to move, or we keep the pin. We get rid of the disarm. We move. Yeah, okay. Alrighty, so now we have set up for that objective. We will roll the double, and it is the block. Unfortunately for Separatists, that is the far objective. I guess they could take it if they're feeling really spicy, but probably not the best move. Well, the droids, as we mentioned, are going to remove the disarm, and I think the plan will be to try to wound the ARF here. So we're going to start with a move action. This guy is going to remove the pin instead, and the other one is going to come up here. Then he's going to take a shot at this ARF with 7 dice. That is a very good shot. We're going to get 6 hits with that. And the ARFs block 2. So 4 down the tree. We will hit them with a strain, I guess. So exposed strain. 4 damage is a wound. Oh no, 4 damage is not a wound. So I'll do 5 damage. I'll just wound them and get the wound them, get a shove, and an expose. So put the expose. Boom, boom, boom. Shove. Do I really want to put him more central? I think having him kind of over there is helpful. The shove. Following up the shove. Well, might as well. Maybe this means I can go get the double. But again, I'm not sure that's a wise move regardless with Hunter coming up. And by Hunter, of course, I mean Wolf. I mean, it is spicy. It is very, very spicy. Take 3 points. Leave the middle. Because, I mean, Wolf's going to get to me wherever I want. The problem is here I'm going to be engaged with another guy. And I'm taking 3 damage after this. So, as I take this reposition, I do take 3 damage. And I am opening myself up to becoming wounded once again. So, the problem is, let me take a look. Hunter can probably get there and get the middle next time. So if I go here, Wolf comes here, messes me up, but he also uses his tactic to get Hunter, or to get Wrecker onto the middle and takes 2 objectives. Versus if I go up here and he wants to come mess me up, he could probably still get a shove off and take both objectives. But then at least he's not in melee. But I'd rather score 3 and then have them score 3. And so I can start getting some momentum. So it's an aggressive play, I know, but I want some fireworks for you guys, obviously. Scoring 3, shaboom, and they get a momentum for wounding the ARF. Then they will refresh their force, of course, and what is it going to be? Oh, look, it's Wolf. Who would have thought? He will use his... Oh yeah, we never flipped the B1s, but he will use his tactic to tell Wrecker to dash towards the ladder. And then he's going to... I can either... I'm not sure if these B1s are actually in coordinated fire range. I think they are. So that gives me a choice of spending a force for a focus or spending a force for a expose. And the math is, let's see, an expose is probably worth less than an extra die, considering how bad B1s are in melee and how bad their expertise is. All right. Wrecker. Easily within 1. He's coming up here. Ooh, can I? No. So he looks a little far. Yep. So he'll go there. And then Hunter. Wolf. Everyone's Hunter today. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm calling everyone Hunter. Wolf is going to move up here. Oh, and this is good actually, because he'll have an action. Here's the thing. I'd like to use my other action to heal a condition off of Echo and Tech, but given where I am, if I get just a shove on this B1, oh, I should roll for the double as well. It's the far one, so I'm not going to score 3 points whatever happens here. But if I don't get if I only get a shove and I don't get a wound, then it's probably not flipping the objective for me. So unfortunately, Wolf is then going to use his first action to move. Sorry, Tech and Echo. And then his second action, he will attack. So he did focus, so that's 7, and then 2 more from Pack Hunter for a total of 9 dice. Ooh, and that's pretty good. I can fix one of those fails to a hit. And then, maybe that's not so great. That's a lot of fails on a lot of expertise. What does 3 melee expertise get me? 2 crits and a hit. So we're looking at 3 crits and 4 hits. Total of 7. That should be good enough into these B1s. Oops. And they block 1 because of the expose. What do you know? Or because of no expose. They got 2 expertise. So, full tree is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 goes down to 6 and we'll still get the wound. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to go that route though. So I do a shove and a strain. I can at least see if the shove... Ooh, actually, I don't have to go that route because I will shove them off of the objective. and then I will have to do 1 less damage to them, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do another shove, and I'll leave them with a pin and a strain. Though a strain doesn't really bother them for their next activation, considering they're going to leave the table. Sorry, I was just thinking, wait a second, could I have made Wrecker climb there with the tactic? But yeah, it's fine, because he was engaged with a wounded unit. So pin and strain. Good to not cheat on my battle reports. That's a 2 or a momentum, and then move it 2 towards us. It's still on the Separatist side, so another momentum for the Republic. But they took control of 2 objectives, so that's not bad. And then they will also refresh force and shuffle as the Separatists begin their turn. The double is going to be on the block, so it's on the far objective again. And the Separatists get Asajj. I mean, she can certainly take that objective and pull it closer to her side. She can't move any friends, but honestly, the only guy who can actually move friends here is Kalani, and he's obviously not doing a whole heck of a lot. Or Kalani, Kraken. He's not doing a heck of a lot when all the supports are wounded. So moving friends is less important when those friends don't contest. So Asajj seems to be as good as anyone. She does have a pin, though. She heals. She can spend a force. She can go after Wolf and just try to really lay into him. How easily does she get a double shove on her other stance? At 3. Okay. She's not... Well, she could try to stay in Jarkai and get the one shot, but that is ill-advised, I would think. I mean, if I'm going to... Do I just get greedy? If I'm going to take Vader damage, I could just assume I'll get 4 down the tree, but I don't like making assumptions. Just because if I do that, then I can put a lot of conditions on Wolf, which he won't like. But no, let's take our medicine and play it a little bit smarter with Asajj this time. So she will have to remove the pin. So she will spend 1 force to jump and remove that pin. Then she's going to flip to form 2 Makashi. At least this also gets some heals. But yeah, we can get that double shove. And then she'll come over this way and attack Wolf. She will take 2 damage to throw 10 dice, because it's only 7 base in this stance. One more. 10 dice into Wolf. That's a good roll. 4 expertise here is 2 crits and a hit, so 3 results. So we're looking at a total of... We're looking at 8 successes total. And we'll see what Wolf can do against that. I mean, he can block 3. So that's going to be a full tree for Asajj. We can either heal all our damage or do a free force push. I don't think force push versus double shove is all that impactful, so we'll actually do 6 damage double shove with 4 heals to take all of the damage off of Asajj. And 6 damage into Wolf is not bad either. That puts him on, not the precipice of being wounded, but it puts him in definitely relatively easy to kill range as we double shove him away. Now, unfortunately, Not So Fast is all the way over there, very far away from my 2 characters who it would be nice to use Not So Fast on. But oh well. We've got the 6 damage. We flip this for Asajj. No point really force pushing Tech away. He's helpful for us right now because he gives us slip away. So the Separatists will score 3, and it's 4 towards their side. And the double next round is going to go back to there. Fresh deck. The Republic gets ARF. If I bring ARF back now, they just get punked again. And that makes me... Oh! And when Asajj did her move action, Hunter will say did his reactive to remove his pin. But if I do ARF now, they can take that back point away from the B1s. They can't really take this objective away from Asajj unless... The problem is I'm just worried that then they get knocked out again, and then I'm very sad. So like I can come up here and then potentially dash down, but I think, yeah, that's out of range. Oh, that's very close. I need to potentially get in the way of the camera for this one. Ugh. I could do it. Get one shove out that way, and then the other guy comes up here and gets a shove again. So they both need to shove, but she's pretty bad at range defense. If I score 4 here, I'm in a really good spot because it's going to be hard for the Separatists to take 2 objectives. So, YOLO! This could lead to my arse getting punked, getting killed, but that's alright. So this guy's just going to move up there, and this will also cost 2 force for the dash. And then this guy will come up here. So move down, hit the ladder, though I guess he might have been... well, let's see, he was engaged with Vader, actually, so I can't do a full advance, but... Oh yeah, he can still easily get there with the dash. Good thing, again, not to do too much cheating. A little bit of cheating is okay when you're against yourself, but too much and people get suspicious. So, ARF into Asajj, rolling 7. Dice fix that to a hit, and we are 7 for 7. That is how we want to start. She's, oh, not a bad roll from her. She's blocking 4, so we are going to only get 3 down the tree, but that gives us not only a pin shove, but also an expose, which will make it easier to get 2 down the tree a second time. So 3 damage, pin, and expose, I won't worry about putting out. Yeah, she'll still easily be in range of the other guy after all of this. So we'll knock her as far away from the objective as we can. Yeah, so then another shove will definitely do it. All right, 7 dice, and turn a fail to a hit. And that's a bit worse. That's only 5 hits, but an exposed Asajj with only 5 dice. Ooh, that's a good expose. It takes away 3 expertise. I said 5 hits. She only got 1 block, so that's a full tree. So we're going to expose her again. Do 6 damage because she's already pinned. That's a wound! Dang. And put an expose back on her. So 6 damage. Wound. And also a shove. Okay, so that is a good spot, needless to say. Spend 2. Don't forget to take my momentum. This guy is going to dash down here, and this guy is going to dash down here, I guess, trying to stay out of engagement, just in case my hunker can be useful. That will flip this objective, and that will flip that objective, scoring 4, bringing it to the middle, and both sides get a momentum. So, as a reminder of what the struggle tracker looks like, there's a big momentum advantage here for the Republic. Oops. And they control all 4 objectives, which is very good. This could be a quick one. Separatists get Django. Let's see what the double is. The double is going to be the back objective. You can definitely take that. Okay, so the important question is, who else could I draw? I could draw anyone, really. Is there anyone who's worse than Django? Is there anyone who can't take this back objective? And I would say, I don't think there is. Vader can certainly do it. B1s B1s couldn't do it most likely, because they'd have to like get a shove off or wound the ARF. Double reposition might be good enough. So the B1s might be able to do it. The thing is, if I have to go with a primary, then Hunter might be... Oh, it's very close. I think he's just out of dash range. And the train will help. Okay, so I don't have to worry about, if I go with Vader, having Hunter dash towards him. It's like no one's worse than Jango, but Jango's still not great. But B2s aren't ideal either, so okay, we won't get too greedy. We'll just go with Jango. Let's just start with a... If I focus to get over to here... I probably still want to punch. I think I still want to punch because of... I don't know if I want to do it with because that's a lot of Vader damage. Oh, but then I could one-shot these guys, and that makes it easier to take that back objective in the future. So let's go for everything. Go for broke. We need to make some plays here. Focus, and then we'll do that to get a slightly better angle to try to get the pull if we need it. Take 2 damage. Here, I'll steal 1 damage from the B1s. Boom, 2 damage, plus the focus means 10 dice for Jango. Take that. Oop, that was a crit, I think. Yeah. Just a strike. So we're looking at 7 strikes and the damage. Yeah. So the ARF are blocking just 2. So full tree from Jango. He's going to... Can I pull Wrecker off of an objective as well? For free, I can. Am I currently in 3, or do I need to move closer? I'm currently within 3. Okay, so Jango will stay where he is. He'll put a strain on the ARF. He will get a free thing after his turn. And he also gets a jump. If I jump there, I should still have the angle. So he'll jump to be a bit closer to the objective. Then he will use his free force or free active ability to pull Wrecker. Yeah, put him off of the objective. So I don't have bodies to put on the other objectives, but no one's contesting this and no one is contesting that. So that helps. Momentum for the wound. Then I will mark that the ARF got wounded again. They don't have their hunker. And the Separatists will score 2. 2 is not great, but, you know, we still mess things up. Oh, and Wrecker has a pin, which he doesn't love. Should I have flipped his stance last turn? Maybe, but it's not a terrible thing. Double is going to go to the block, which is one that the Republic controls, and they get their shatter point. Okay, so what do we need to do here? If we score 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and if we score 4, and Wrecker gets a wound with I wasn't sneaking, which is possible into Jango right now, then we would get 2 momentum and win the game. So let's try that. Well, why not? Let's go with Wrecker. He will use his free ability to try to dash, and instead he will remove the pin. The problem is if I mess this up, and I don't get the wound, then it's not great. But that's okay. Do I focus? Let's see. Which side does more damage early? This side does. So I won't stay in this because the melee expertise are the same. So I think we are going to... If I do 3 damage, I will not focus because there's a world where I only get 2 down the tree. That's 3 damage, and then I need the move to actually get onto the objective. So we're just going to start with a punch, and I am going to pay 2 force for coordinated fire exposed. It's a lot of force early on. Oh, but I should have regened 1 because of the objective. So paying 2 force, but if I can get this, obviously I win the game. So then I will dice fix that into another hit, because another expertise doesn't do anything for me. So we're looking at, once again, 7 results on 6 dice. Good day to be Wrecker. 6 hits and a crit. Exposed Django. Blocks 4 nabbies. But I got 7 results, so I get 3 down the tree. Django is sitting at 4 damage. So I'm going to go this way. 4 more damage onto Django. And a pin and a strain. I guess he could have not so fasted, but like there's no reason for him to do that this turn. This is good because then I can do extra damage and I still have my action to move. So I will use my action to move and then pay 1 for I wasn't sneaking, because this objective obviously within 3 and I do not control it. I just need 1 hit or crit and I get 2. So that's a wound on Django. And then 2 momentum because I get a bonus, and then I control all the objectives, score 1, 2, 3, 4, win the struggle, and win the game. So very strong performance from Bad Batch. I like the list. Maul went first and didn't do much, but I mean, like he did stuff, but then the rest of the game he obviously wasn't used. But he did have an effective turn spending no force, which meant Wrecker could really spend force. So I do like the list, honestly. I might try this a bit more. It's got diceless displacement on both sides. Wrecker's is kind of but like you've got ways to deal with OB2 on both sides, because Hunter can double attack, Wrecker can shove, Maul can pull. So you've got tricks. I did enjoy it. Probably if I messed anything up with the Separatists, it was maybe using some Vader. That's the thing. The Vader damage played a role in this one for sure, because I probably should have done it to get a free force push that second Asajj activation, so I could have had more force available for Django, for the B2s, and all of that. And then maybe I shouldn't have used it on Django here. Yeah, I don't know. It was going for the gusto. The thing is, I think the version of this list I ran before didn't have Django, and it might have had the other super tack in the other list, obviously, because you can't fit Kalani with Vader. Just for more movement, because it is a list that doesn't have a lot of out-of-activation movement. You've got Kraken, and you've got Asajj slip away. And that's it. So when it comes to like taking multiple objectives in a turn, once they got behind, it was very hard to do anything. Not that this list has much better, but I mean it's got Wolf and it's got Hunter. So it's got a little bit more out of activation movement, and it's just got more playmakers in general, I'd say. So yeah, fun times, good times. Happy to get Bad Batch on, and if I haven't already published the Bad Batch versus Mando one, then keep an eye out for that. And if I have, then go check it out. Have a good one.